Hello students, let me show you how to do a conversion using something called the factor label method. Just a couple of steps on how to set this up. We want to set up our conversion. We might have to make a couple of adjustments depending on how many metric prefixes we have. Then we'll use those metric prefixes to find the conversion factors. And then finally what we'll do is we'll complete the calculation once we have it set up. And the way that we do that is we multiply everything on the top and we divide everything on the bottom. I know that doesn't make sense yet, but we'll go through an example and then it will make sense. So let me show you a couple of the practice problems that we're going to do. Okay, let's do our conversion. So the first one is just 45 centimeters, and we want to change that into meters. So we're just taking centimeters and we're doing one conversion to meters. We set it up by putting 45 centimeters on the top left part of our bracket. And then we'll expand this. We need to get rid of centimeters on the top up here. So to cancel it, we put it on the bottom, and then we're changing it to meters. So we need to figure out our conversion factor. What does centi mean? Well, centi is 1/100th, which is the same as 0.01. So if I have 1 centimeter, that would be the same as 0.01 meters, because centi means 0.01. So these are the numbers that I put into the conversion. There is a 1 in front of the centimeter, so I put a 1 here. And there's a 0.01 in front of the meters, so I put 0.01 here. And we can see that centimeters cancel. I multiply everything on the top, divide by the bottom, and I have 0.45. And if we look, the only thing that's remaining is meters. So our answer is 0.45 meters. The second practice problem that we had 970 decimeters. We don't use that too often, and we're going to change it to hectometers. We have two prefixes here, so what we should do is we should take our decimeters and change it to meters, and then change the meters to hectometers. So we have two conversions. So we'll take our 970 decimeters, top left. We want to get rid of decimeters by putting on the bottom, changing it to meters. That's what this says here, decimeters to meters. Then we'll change our meters to hectometers. And since meters is on the top, put it on the bottom here and change it to hectometers. So we need to figure out what these mean. So deci, which is little d, is the same as 1/10 or 0.1. So if I have 1 decimeter, that's the same as 0.1 of a meter. If I do the same thing for hecto, well, hecto just means 100. So if I have 1 hectometer, that's the same as 100 meters. And again, these are our conversion factors. There's a 1 in front of the deci, and there's a 0.1 in front of the meter. There's a 1 in front of the hectometer, and there's a 100 in front of the meter. Now we can cancel some of our units. Decimeters cancel, meters cancel. And what's the only thing that's remaining? Hectometers. And that's what we wanted. Multiply every number on the top, divide by the bottom, you get 0.97 hectometers. We can even do two conversions at the same time. So that's for the last one. We've got our 85 kilometers per hour, and we want to change this to meters per second. So we have to change kilometers to meters, and then we have to change hours to seconds. So I'll write our 85 kilometers per hour. We'll put the hours on the bottom. And then we'll do our first conversion. So kilometers down here, meters on the top. And you can see over here, we've got hours on the bottom. So we have to put that on the top to cancel it. Change that to seconds. So let's figure out what kilo means. Well, kilo is 1,000. So if I have 1 kilometer, that's the same as 1,000 meters. So 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. So how about the time conversion? Well, 1 hour is the same as 60 minutes, and 1 minute is the same as 60 seconds. So we've got over here, 6 times 6 is 36, and there are 2 zeros, so that's 3,600. So 1 hour is 3,600 seconds. So we need to cancel our units. Kilometers cancel here, and this hour cancels this one. We've got meters on the top, seconds on the bottom. That's exactly what we want. We multiply everything on the top, divide by everything on the bottom, we get 23.6 meters per second. Rounding up or using significant figures, this becomes 24 meters per second. So there's our 3 examples of how you can do conversions using the factor label method. It's also known as dimensional analysis. Let's just box in our answer, and I'll see you in class.